Hi, Mikael here. This week's newsletter recording from the Web TV studio here at home. We have a new episode coming up in the near future, and that is going to be about differences. And in this case, in particular, going to be the differences around life purpose and the differences between men and women and the masculine and the feminine. Now we live in a world and society where a lot of the time we don't want to be different. We want to be the same, and we want to be a part of teams and in businesses where there is a sameness, because at some level it is easier when there is more of the sameness. However, there's not much power in that. The real power comes in being different, but at the same time, not fighting the differences as we often do, but respecting and acknowledging those differences and then work together with that. And this subject for today also is coming about because of the chapter that my wife and I are writing at the moment in our book, Intimately Entwined, is really about what is it that is keeping us together despite the differences. And Kathy and I are just so different in terms of our interests, the way we go about life, and on and on. And many times we've been questioning how is it that we can have this successful and growing relationship with, or at the same time, that we are just so different. And it took us quite a few years before we realized what it really is. And it is the willingness to respect each other for those differences and allow the other person to do things differently and do different things in life. So in terms of life purpose, and that also our purpose and what we're doing in life with Kathy and me is very different. But we respect that in each other, and we are not fighting that in each other. And it is through that allowance that that the power comes, and that allows for us to be together for the real reasons below all of the superficial stuff that binds us together. And if we're looking in life, we will see that different is different everywhere. Just looking out the windows here today, there are lots of trees, and none of them are the same. And if we look really closely, we would find that none of the leaves on one tree are the same. They're all different. And, I have to admit that I quite enjoy, if I may be honest, the difference between my wife and I, particularly, when we get to bed at night. We are physically quite different. And nature made it that way, and it made it in such a way that those differences fit perfectly in together. And I'm quite pleased about that. So that's an example again of nature showing us that difference is just the way it is. And in my business coaching, working with individuals and with teams, it's the same. Is that instead of fighting the natural differences of what our natural strengths and weaknesses are, we learn to respect those and learn to work together. And any team, whether it's a sports club or an organization or a business or a relationship, that honors the differences without needing to change other people to suit what we like. We then create a dynamic that is a dynamic for growth, and that is far more powerful than all of us trying to be the same. So that's my thought for this week. Just go out there in life and notice in life how, like, even within the same species, all the cats are different, the trees are different, and human beings are different. And in your relationships, whether professional or personal, you will also see the differences. And it is in the difference or the differences that makes for excitement, that makes for progress, for growth. And yes, I know, it's not necessarily making for easy. But then again, look around in life and you will see that if it was meant to be easy, the way life is itself and nature is, it's not easy. And let go of that, of it needing to be easy, and become really aware of what is it that you have that is unique to you, that you can offer to this world, to the people around you, to your partner, to the work you're doing, the business you may be running, and offer your uniqueness, offer your differences to the world, because the world needs that to grow and to evolve. And you will be a more fulfilled human being if you do life that way. So, have a great week of being different, and we will see you next week.